Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining and welcome back to Wall Street Silver. Our guest today is Alain Corbani, Head of Mining and Portfolio Manager at Mount Blue Finance, and he's also in charge of the Global Gold and Precious Fund. Welcome back, Alain.
Thank you very much. It's really always a pleasure to participate in your show.
Yeah, it's such a huge pleasure having you come down to Wall Street Silver. I wanted to get you on to talk about all the incredible excitement that's happening in the silver and gold markets. First, let's start off in silver. What do you think is happening with the price breakout that's happening in the past week, and where are we going for silver?
Uh, you're right. A lot of people, well, we've been talking about silver for a while now, maybe a couple of years, and everybody was disappointed that silver was not participating in the uh, s- slow progress of gold hitting new highs, literally every other month.
Hmm.
And uh, and actually, what really triggered this rise in the price of silver is goes back to March of this year, when gold broke out of the 2000 range. So I
Right.
really think that what investors needed to see is a confirmation of the appetite for gold, because as you know, silver and gold are strongly correlated. We could
Right.
talk about this in length, but as a general rule, when gold goes up, silver follows. And this is exactly what happened. Gold went from $2,000 the ounce to almost 2,700, and silver followed from 25 to 35. So, uh, frankly, it's not a surprise. It would be a surprise if silver hadn't moved in tango with gold.
Right. Now, a lot of people are talking online about, not only is the silver price going up, but there's people there's these shorts that, they're trying to cover their shorts, and over this past week, they're trying to really try to smash the price down and put some shorts on it on Friday, but it didn't work. Now they're covering their shorts. So what do you see happening there, and can that get worse?
I would be tempted to disagree with you
Oh, really?
in the sense that if you look at the speculative positions in silver, they are literally sitting at a 10-year low
Oh,
level.
really?
So speculators are not really shorting silver. They haven't been shorting silver for, as I said earlier, people were disappointed that silver was not reacting. So the shorts were almost non-existent for the last 2 years.
Wow.
And again, over the last year, those levels have kept going down. So don't expect short coverage for silver to rise further. On the contrary, long has have kept going up. Long non-speculative positions.
There's about $15 trillion worth of physical gold in the world sitting there costing money rather than being used is just absolutely insane. Monetary Metals is bringing gold back into the financial world, putting gold to productive use right now. The problem with gold, of course, in physical form is that it's heavy, it's cumbersome, it's not particularly easy to ship, and it costs money to store in a protected manner. This platform Monetary Metals created is a proven concept and allows gold to be put to productive use, so that instead of sitting there costing you money, it's actually in use earning you money.
Learn how you can earn 2 to 5% in our leasing program and how accredited investors can earn up to 12% on silver paid in silver. This advertisement is not investment or financial advice. Minimum investment applies.
Have kept
Right.
going up. So this is what we want to see. And if you want to be a little optimistic and a little bit more bullish, literally those long positions could double from the levels we saw to go back to the levels we saw in 2016 or 2019. So
Wow.
uh, $35 is nice. It's very nice, but don't forget that gold is at 2,700 and silver miners are lagging gold miners. And all this makes a lot of sense if we agree, and this is what we've been saying for a while now, that first gold needed to go to 2,500. Now, well, for the last 2 months, we've been saying that 3,000 is the new level.
Right.
So in all to be logic with our scenario, silver should go back to maybe 50, 60, and ultimately, if we go to 3,000 for the gold price, I don't see why silver couldn't double from these levels.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, Elaine. Now, a lot of people are talking even about the deficits. There's the silver
Yes.
deficits that are upcoming. Every year there's less, pure silver mines. But then there's people saying as the price increases silver, more silver mines will come up. Let's talk about the deficits. What do you think is going to happen?
Yes. I never believed a second in this,
Really?
whether it's silver, whether it's gold, whether it's copper, whether it's oil. Uh, there is a lot of all these commodities
Right.
around. It's just a question of price. So price will adapt, and if price adapts, you will finally be able to mine more marginal mines, and supply will come back, and the Indians will start selling their silver and re-engage in the market further down the road. So. Um, yes, supply demand is a figure that everybody should be looking at, but this figure, the supply demand equilibrium, doesn't work unless speculation gets involved.
Oh, okay.
And
So
and we
what's
haven't
the
and
unless
we
there?
haven't seen it yet.
Right. When do you think we will see it, or is it possible we will get to a point where speculation will?
It's in the making. It's
Right.
in the making, but again, at $35 the ounce of silver, this is not speculation. Long positions, we talked about them earlier, are
Right.
not at peak levels. Far
Right.
from that. They still have the margin to double from this level. So when we'll get back to those 2016-19 levels, then
Right.
we'll be able to start questioning the fundamentals of the market, and then uh, probably draw the conclusion that we are hitting some levels that are overbought. But at these current levels, this is all fundamentals, all fundamentals.
Now, what are you keeping your eye on, or I guess say what's concerning you either with the global economy, or what are you keeping an eye on in precious metals? What's exciting you right now?
What is exciting? I mean, the sector is exciting by nature,
Right.
but there is that uh, common fundamental long-term theme of the monetary policy. I'm going to be a little boring maybe but only for 30 seconds,
Okay,
only
okay.
for 30 seconds. When this monetary policy is so restrictive, I mean, you would be a fool to believe that this monetary policy can remain in place at these levels for a longer period of time. For the
Right.
last 2 years, people have kept questioning the actions of the central bank, the Federal Reserve, but rates are going down no matter what, because without lower rates, we are going to go into a recession. So
Right.
everybody wants to avoid the recession. The only way to avoid the recession is to have lower rates.
Right.
And this is going to happen, and this will be the fuel that will help gold go to 3,000 and silver go much higher.
And I mean that's not even including any other. Do you think geopolitical events has a effect on gold, or is it very minor and very short-lived?
I think it's short-lived. I think it's marginal.
Right.
Of course, it's contributing, but it's really marginal. More than geopolitical risk, I think it's the de-dollarization that is
Mm,
taking place. A lot of countries start to doubt about remaining under the umbrella of the United States of
right.
America.
Right.
And this is forcing them to buy more gold. and to reduce their exposure to the US dollar. So this is another theme, lower rates, but the second theme, Ivan, is of course a lower US dollar. And it
Hmm.
will happen uh, in good time. By in good time, what do I mean? I mean that America will use its currency like it always has to trigger some growth. So when the economy is going to slow down, rates are going to continue going down, but
Right.
also the currency will go down. And this will help gold and silver go up.
And then what would they do to reverse it? Like, let's say it gets to a point where the US dollar is too low and then they reduce interest rates too much. Gold is going up. What are they going to do to fix it, to fix the
Oh,
inflation?
this will be another cycle.
Wow.
So our cycles, the last bull cycle in those precious metals started in 2016.
Right.
and we are only we believe that we're only in the second half of this bull cycle, so
Hmm.
we still have some room to go and take advantage of this fundamental macroeconomic environment that can only push gold higher.
Wow. Yeah, it's such an exciting time in the markets. Elaine, where could people connect with you? I'm for sure going to put your links in the description below, but where can people connect with you?
Well, they can definitely reach me through our website at Montbleu Finance, and I will always be happy to respond to any question that we could be receiving.
Yeah, no,
So
absolutely.
we're based in Paris, France, as you know.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, so with our North American friends, it will be East or West Coast between 6 and 9 hour time difference.
Okay, I appreciate that. Now, one last thing before you go.
Yeah.
What what is, I guess your last words for the silver and gold community and what would you leave them with, whether it's optimism or whatever?
I would tell them to stop reading the news
Mm.
because the news keep sending you the wrong message,
Ah,
and the message is a message of doubters. There is no question that the economy is slowing down. There is no question that all those people who are going on strike to get higher pay uh, will ultimately get the higher pay, but the higher pay will lead to unemployment. Higher pay is not going to lead to anything else but unemployment. And this is what is going to push those rates to go lower.
wow.
It's common sense. It's common sense. You want
Right.
a higher pay, you will get it, but then your employer will adapt. Productivity will kick in. And therefore, we will use fewer people to work in those factories. So um,
Wow.
inflation is not the issue. Inflation will be solved. In the meantime, we're heading towards a slower economy and will need lower rates. This is the really the basic thread that you have to focus on.
Yeah, no, you absolutely nailed it. Elaine, I want to thank you so much for coming down to Wall Street Silver. As always, it's such a huge pleasure, and I'd love to have you back on as the market develops.
Anytime, Yvonne.
Yeah, no,
Anytime.
I'm super grateful. Again, everyone watching the video, please like the video, and I'll put the link in the description below if you guys would like to contact Elaine. And then again, Elaine, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Talk to you soon.